city never has witnessed the excitement stirred by these youngsters from Liverpool who call themselves the Beatles. Now, tonight, you're going to twice be entertained by them. Right now, and again in the second half of our show. Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
I used the title, How the Beatles Destroyed Rock and Roll, because I think that, we get history told us sometimes always from one side, and we always get the story of the Beatles having transformed this dumb teenage music into this art form. And I think we sometimes forget really what was lost in that transformation. From the United States point of view, is that the Beatles arrived at a moment when American music had finally gotten completely integrated, when white and black music was overlapping as it never had before. White and black kids were dancing to the same sounds. And the Beatles arrived, and their harmonies were interesting, their songwriting was great, but the rhythms they were playing were completely archaic. By the time the Beatles arrived, James Brown was doing Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, and Motown was happening. And so suddenly, all the white kids started listening to British invasion bands, except the ones who liked to dance. And rock was just completely separated from that and became non-dance music and all white. You could say they kept the rock and removed the roll.
Will you do it once more? I haven't stopped.
If people had gone dancing, they had always gone dancing to live bands, and live bands had defined music. And this was a change that was happening anyway, but the Beatles were the first superstar band to simply quit performing and simply make their records. I don't think it was their fault. I think that records were in any case taking over. But it had never occurred to anybody that one could simply disappear from live performing. The Beatles always complained that they went off the road because they couldn't even hear themselves because all the kids were screaming so loud. The reason the kids were screaming so loud is that the kids didn't have to hear them anymore, because what the kids loved were the records, and they could hear the record in their head, and they were just wanting to be in the room with the guys who made the record.